latest contract is Corbin Burns headed to Arizona. Now in college basketball, we have a top 25 battle on deck today as number 22 UCLA will face number 14 Gonzaga later on this afternoon. The Bruins 10-2 on the season, looking to bounce back after their 9-game winning streak was snapped with a loss to North Carolina last week. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs hoping to extend their current winning streak to 3 games. So what should we expect in this one? Let's go ahead and find out as we welcome our own Matt Norlander and Gary Parrish to the program. As guys, it's great to see you. As we know, Gonzaga has dominated this matchup in recent years, winning 4 of the last contests against UCLA. So what really needs to go right for the Bruins today to pull off the non-conference victory? Matt, I'll come to you first.
Well, Tyler Bilodeau is the name to know. I saw UCLA along with GP in person at Madison Square Garden a week ago last weekend, and Bilodeau's been tremendous. He's been one of the more unexpectedly high-end transfers in the entire country, shooting 43% as a movable big. The offense has got to come through here in a significant way. I think UCLA is capable of doing it. We talked about this game. We previewed it and picked it on our weekend edition of the Eye on College Basketball podcast. But in addition to what UCLA can get from Bilodeau, also keep this in mind. Coaches will tell you the games surrounding your last game before Christmas break and your first game after Christmas break can often be a bit unpredictable on the player front because it's Christmas break. There's a lot going on, frankly, with some teams. Hopefully this is not the case with Gonzaga and UCLA, but this is the time of the year where coaches get a little bit nervous because players go home, they talk to their family, they connect in person with their friends, and they could come back to school and come back to their rosters thinking like maybe I'm going to need to transfer in a couple of months there. So this is I bring this up to say this is a potentially fraught time on the calendar, and results are sometimes unpredictable and sometimes don't indicate really the quality of a team overall. I think UCLA's defense is going to have to show up significantly here because Gonzaga, yet again, as GP well knows, is one of the most effective offenses in the country. I look for Bilodeau to counter that. He's averaging 15 points, 5 boards a game, and if they can shut him down, if Gonzaga can, then I think UCLA's got a great shot. This is an awesome, awesome Saturday game on obviously a stacked day of college football.
Yeah, Jordan, like Norlander said, we were both inside the Garden last Saturday watching UCLA, and it was a strange game, or at least a strange final 10 minutes, because the Bruins were in control basically the entire time. They were up by as many as 16 points, and then they just let it get away from them, and it might have propelled North Carolina's season to a better place, but that was a real missed opportunity for the Bruins. But I think this is actually a much bigger game for Gonzaga today, because if you look at their schedule going forward, UCLA's got a Big Ten league schedule to navigate. There's a lot of Quadrant 1 opportunities on that path. Gonzaga, after today, based on current projections, only has 3 more Quadrant 1 opportunities left on the schedule, and they're 4-3 in their past 7 games. So the Zags really shot out of the gates on opening night, blowing out Baylor. But the truth is they haven't done a lot since then and haven't been great in these past 7. Again, 4-3 in the past 7, and in that span of games, ranking outside of the top 50 in adjusted defensive efficiency. So I'm really interested to see what Mark Few and his staff bring to the table today, because if they do not guard better than they've been guarding, they will probably take another loss.
Oh, and odds in Gonzaga's favor here as they enter this game as a 3.5-point favorite. Matt, do you have a game pick in this one?
I do. I'm going to go with Gonzaga. I think Graham Ike shows up in a big way today. He's a key player, not just in the context of this game. He needs to be one of the best big men in the country to give Gonzaga a chance at getting a really good seed, to win an improved WCC, and then ultimately have a chance to make a Final Four push here. So I'll take Gonzaga in an narrow one. These teams tend to play really awesome games. They've played some epic ones in the tournament not so long ago. Gonzaga and UCLA had their latest epic one, so I expect this one to be close, but I'll take Gonzaga in a close shave.
All right, we're looking forward to